This really has to be one of the most asked questions I see on every internet forum that has anything to do with boating. Hey guys, I'm looking at getting this boat. Can my vehicle tow this boat? When your vehicle has specific tow rated capacities, it's not that difficult to figure out whether your vehicle's rated for the boat that you're looking to purchase. But for whatever reason, many people think, well, they can get by with a vehicle that's just not quite rated for what they're looking for. So let's go ahead and make that our subject today. We're going to go ahead and talk about tow vehicles and the things you probably should look for. If you're going to go out there and tow your vessel around, one of the first things you're going to want to do is try and figure out what all you plan to tow. Will it just be your boat? Will you have other gear you're going to be trying to tow with it? And then you're going to want to look and see if the vehicle you currently have can tow the vessel that you're looking at. In fact, I'd probably even go the opposite way. Before I determined the vessel I was going to buy, I would look and see what my tow vehicle's capacities were, and if I'm not ready to purchase a new tow vehicle, maybe I need to look at a different boat. And for whatever reason, this is always a spicy subject. I mean, I can already hear the comments being typed below, but Broncos Guru, I only tow a mile. It's only flat land. My Ford Ranger does just fine. I don't need to upgrade my tow vehicle just because I want a bigger boat. The reality is, yes you do though. The true reality is a Toyota Prius probably could pull this boat, but the reality is it's never going to be able to stop it in an emergency situation. And of course, if your vehicle's underrated, you could absolutely have a very difficult time trying to pull a larger vessel out of the water on the ramp and put yourself in a pretty dangerous situation.
Pickup truck, one ratchet strap, Broncos Guru.
It's also actually in many areas illegal to tow with an improperly equipped vehicle, and this can be especially hazardous if you were to get into an accident. Your insurance company may actually refuse to pay the claim due to negligence on your part. And nothing would stink more than to have a new $100,000 boat on the back of the trailer, maybe a $40,000 or $50,000 tow vehicle, and then you're paying for somebody else's car on top of that. Things can quickly spiral out of control with this. One of the main reasons this subject comes up is because people either want to save a few dollars and not upgrade their tow vehicle, or they feel like they need to keep the convenience of the current vehicle they have. But the reality is the cost savings and the convenience will go right out the door fast if something goes wrong. While the towing capacity of your vehicle is very important in the factor of towing your boat, there still are other things you're going to want to look at depending on what you're planning on doing with your vessel. You've got to look at your local boat ramps. Maybe they're in extreme locations, maybe they're extremely steep, and they might require more than just towing capacity. You may be required to have four-wheel drive to safely launch and retrieve your vessel. And if you show up at one of these boat ramps where four-wheel drive is highly recommended in a two-wheel drive vehicle, well, you just may find yourself in a sticky situation. And then you also really want to look at whether a tow vehicle in general is the thing for you. Some of these locations are going to require specialty tow vehicles, and you need to make sure that's not what you need in your spot. And of course, you'll also always want to take into consideration your driving style and habits and make sure your vehicle fits yours. So just keep in mind, if you're out there shopping for a boat or a vessel, one of the first things you're going to want to do is go ahead and take a look at the towing capacity on the vehicle you currently own and ask yourself, if it doesn't match up to the boat, are you ready to go ahead and step up and make that change? And if you're not quite ready at this time to make that vehicle change, you probably want to go ahead and look at a smaller boat, because nothing stinks worse than loading the family in the swagger wagon only to get down to the boat ramp to find out, well, that minivan won't pull the boat out of the water.
Who would have thought a minivan wouldn't be good for towing a boat?
Thanks for watching this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and let me know, and you might see your stories over here. Just like Bevland, Balloon Checka, Calumet IS, Dawson Tyler 223, Inspector Rossip 1, Josh Chesler, Kayla Hernandez, Life of Johnny Rojo, Lucas Portman 07, Matt Tackle, Pro Cat Katriov Formula 31 PC, Sean Campbell 11, and Steve Hunt did this week. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.